Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of the Flow Life Podcast. I'm your host Ashley, and today we're diving into two powerful philosophies that can transform your life: Stoicism and Essentialism. We'll explore what they mean, how they can help you live a more intentional, fulfilled life, and we'll tie it all together with a biblical perspective to show how these ideas have deep roots in spiritual wisdom. So grab your favorite cup of hot tea, get comfortable, and let's flow. So, what's Stoicism? Stoicism is an ancient philosophy founded in Greece by Zeno of Citium around 300 BC. And at its core, it teaches us how to deal with life's challenges by focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we can't. This idea is that while we can't always control external events, we can control our reactions and how we perceive those events. Stoicism is about developing inner peace, resilience, and clarity by practicing self-discipline and detachment from the things we don't have power over. I want to share 3 of my top benefits when it comes to Stoicism. Number 1, emotional resilience. Number 2, better decision making. And number 3, increased gratitude. I want to dive in a little deeper and let you know the meaning of those top 3 that I just listed. When it comes to emotional resilience, it helps us develop mental toughness so that no matter what life throws our way, we can stay calm, centered, and focused. And when it comes to better decision making, when we focus on what's within our control, we waste less time on the things that drain our energy. This allows us to make clearer, wiser choices. And my favorite, gratitude. Stoicism teaches us to appreciate the simple things in life and not be attached to material goods or external validation. This shift in perspective brings more gratitude and contentment into everyday life. Now, transitioning to essentialism, one may ask, how does Stoicism tie into essentialism? Well, essentialism, popularized by the author Greg McKeown in his book, is the disciplined pursuit of less. It's all about identifying what truly matters in your life and cutting out everything else. The motto is very simple: less, but better. And it's not about doing more by being more efficient, but rather doing right things and letting go of what doesn't serve you. In today's world, we often feel pulled in a million directions, whether it's our work life, family life, social life, endless notifications from our cell phones, and just the pressure to be everything to everyone else. Essentialism teaches us to focus on the vital few instead of the trivial many. And when we adopt this mindset, we free up space to truly thrive. I want to share my top 3 benefits when it comes to essentialism. Number 1, more clarity. Okay, who don't love that? Number 2, increased productivity. And number 3, a better well-being within. When it comes to more clarity, you become crystal clear on what's most important to you. And then you're able to identify the rest as just noise. When it comes to your increased productivity, because if you're like me, you love to stay busy, you love to always be doing things. Instead, we're going to focus on less and become more effective in the areas that truly matter. This was a game changer for me personally. And number 3, meditation has been the big game changer when it comes to me being better within my well-being. You see, when we stop spreading ourselves too thin, we reduce stress and have more time to nurture the relationship and activities that actually bring us joy. So, in other words, it's time to empty your plate. So I want to bring it all together in a biblical perspective because, as you know, God is the head of my life. So both Stoicism and Essentialism align deeply with principles found in the Bible. The idea of focusing on what truly matters, letting go of unnecessary worry, and trusting in a higher power that resonates with God's biblical teachings. So in the Bible, in book Matthew, chapter 6, verse 34, Jesus tells us, "Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." I need y'all to write that down in y'all journals because this scripture right here is super powerful. This scripture perfectly aligns with the Stoic philosophy of focusing on what's within our control. This scripture can also remind us to stay present and not to get overwhelmed by the future and to just trust that God has a plan for us. Similarly, essentialism reflects the message in the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 25 through 27, which states, "Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Give careful thought to the paths for your feet and be steadfast in all your ways. Do not turn to the right or the left. Keep your foot from evil." What I love about this scripture is that it reminds us to keep our focus on what matters most and avoid distractions that take us away from our purpose. Both Stoicism and Essentialism encourages us to live with purpose, clarity, and most importantly, intention. A lifestyle that aligns with God's calling. And we are reminded not to be swayed by the chaos of the world, but instead to stay anchored in faith, love, and wisdom. All right, Flow family. Here's a challenge for you this week. I want you to take some time to identify one area of your life where you can apply Stoicism or Essentialism. So maybe it's letting go of something outside of your control, or maybe it's cutting out distractions and focusing on what truly matters. Whatever you have chosen, and when you've chosen that area, I need you to immediately take action. Commit to it for a full week and notice how it changes your mindset, your energy, and your peace of mind. Now here's the twist. I want you to journal your thoughts and experiences along the way. Write down all that you are letting go of or narrowing your focus on. I want you to journal how it makes you feel, what challenges come up, and any shifts you notice in your life. And afterward, I'd love for you to share your experiences with me. If you feel comfortable, you can send me a DM or post about it on social media with the hashtag FlowLifeChallenge. Let's grow together and see how Stoicism and Essentialism can bring more peace and intention into our lives. Now that we have incorporated Stoicism and Essentialism into your life, I feel like I've given you a guide that can help you develop a stronger mindset, reduce the clutter and distractions, and focus on living a more purposeful life in line with God's principles. Now, you don't need to be everything to everyone or do a million things at once. I just need you to focus on what truly matters, control what you can, and trust in God for the rest. And as you go about your week, remember this, that sometimes, my friend, less is more. And in the simplicity of focusing on the important things, we can find the abundant life that we were meant to live. So thank you so much for tuning in to the Flow Life Podcast. Until next time, keep flowing with purpose, peace, and joy. And I want you to always remember that you too can flow through this thing called life. Check you next time.